Ahead of the September 22nd governorship election in Osun State, the Nigeria Police has deployed the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations, 1 Assistant Inspector General, and 8 Commissioners of Police to oversee the exercise. Also, 2 police surveillance patrol helicopters, 30 armored personnel carriers, 10 armored vehicles, and 300 police patrol vehicles have been deployed to cover the entire state during the elections to ensure safety of lives and property. The deployment, according to the police force, Public Relations Officer Mr. Jimoh Moshood, is to create a safe environment for citizens of the state during and after the elections.
The IGP deploys adequate police personnel for Osun State September 22nd governorship election. This security arrangement will be implemented by the Deputy Inspector General of Police Operation, and it will be assisted by an Assistant Inspector General of Police and 8 Commissioners of Police. It is equally of note that the IGP has graciously directed the deployment of 2 police patrol surveillance helicopters that have commenced work carrying out surveillance activities throughout the length and breadth of Osun State. It has equally directed the deployment of 30 armored personnel carriers. It's equally of significant note that we are going to deploy 300 police patrol vehicles, which are already on ground to cover the entire state. There's going to be police personnel that are going to be mounted on these vehicles to move around and prevent, to ensure adequate security for this election. The operatives of the 1st Criminal Intelligence and Investigation Department, the 1st CIID, the IGP Monitoring Unit, and the Intelligence Response Team, the IRT, are already on ground in Osun State. They have started working. They have started gathering intelligence to prevent and arrest, investigate, and prosecute any individuals who engages or attempt vote buying or selling during the election.
Candidates of 4 major political parties taking part in next Saturday's governorship election in Osun State today reeled out their plans to the electorate on a live television debate. The debate, organized by Channels Television and its partners, featured the candidates of the African Democratic Congress, the Action Democratic Party, and the All Progressives Congress, as well as the Social Democratic Party. Each of the candidates took turns to explain their programs and how they will be executed if elected. For the candidates of the African Democratic Congress, Mr. Fatai Akinbade, the running of education, especially at primary and secondary schools, is an issue that needs to be critically re-examined. While speaking at the Osun governorship debate, Mr. Akinbade vowed to scrap mega schools in the state because of the problems associated with running them. He said they pose a liability to the development of education in the state.
Almost all our schools have more than enough classroom. I think the best thing that can happen to any of them is to rehabilitate them if you believe they are not good enough. But we are all crying here that we don't have money. And we are demolishing already existing school to build mega school where nobody is, and even side by side, we are building a mega school here and leaving the existing one. It doesn't make any sense because it's a lot of money wasted. When you quantify or you ask for the cost of this and the level of suffering in the state, especially to the teachers and the operators of these schools, honestly, you will discover that it has no value, it has lost its value.
The candidate of the Action Democratic Party, Moshood Adeoti, the Osun State low performance of students making the state come 29th position at the latest examination body, WAEC ranking, is not encouraging. He says when voted into power as governor, teachers will be highly encouraged to be able to perform at their utmost.
The teachers were not given enough encouragement to perform at their optimum. Why? Teachers are complaining that the money they are receiving, because most of the teachers teaching in these secondary schools, they belong to the career that are receiving 50% of their salaries. So they are complaining of what they are going to use in motivating them to put their optimum service to the state. Another issue is that most of these teachers, they are concentrated in our urban centers. I believe by the time I come in, I'll be able to give incentives to those people who are ready to work in our rural areas.
Responding to the use of tablets by students across the state, the candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Senator Iola Omishere, says the project is a failed one. Senator Omishere, however, declined making further comments on whether he will be probing the spending made on the project.
The crisis of our educational problem in this Osun state, that led us to join position started with appointment scam. I call it a scam. Why? Because there's no appointment anywhere in this state. And when you take a tablet for appointment like this, one, as an engineer, as a teacher, you can't teach mathematics without drawing, histogram or graph. There's no single one in the appointment. And that has to be corrected. When you open history, you'll be reading geography, the appointment. So the intent of appointment was not to educate, it's just to scam up. That's the original intent of appointment. And that's the foundation of our debt in Osun State today. That is why our students are failing. I have pupils, students that live with me, and I'm not sending tablet with them.
The All Progressives Congress candidate in Osun State, Boyega Oyetola, is hoping to build a more on the already laid foundation in the area of education in the state. Mr. Oyetola explains that the tablet of knowledge used by the present administration has existed with students in secondary schools.
If there is no single appointment, how did you know there was no graph? That's the truth. So he confirmed there was appointment. As simple as that. He confirmed there is an appointment. Appointment is tablet of knowledge. Is to expose pupils, particularly in SS1 to 3, to the use of technology. So, and it's given out to these pupils free. Take your time, visit any of the school and ask, particularly high school, if you don't have pupils with appointment.
The Delta State government has reported a case of Lassa fever in Umuolu area of the state. The victim, a 75-year-old woman, is reported to have died shortly after the results of the test run on her that confirmed that she did indeed have the virus. The state government is, however, asking residents not to panic but go about their normal duties, saying health officials are doing everything to check possible spread of the virus. It is also advising them to cultivate good personal hygiene, to clean and fumigate their environment, and to promote community hygiene to prevent rodents from entering their homes. We're up in the southeast now. The Anambra State government has launched a new health insurance scheme that will give residents access to quality healthcare services at an affordable cost. Governor Willie Obiano, who officially flagged off the scheme in Awka, the state capital, says the initiative was introduced to tackle the challenge of poor health financing, which the people of the state have been facing for many years.
It's the official launch of the Anambra State Health Insurance Scheme in Awka, the state capital. In attendance are government officials, security agencies, healthcare practitioners, religious and traditional rulers.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
The state government believes the introduction of the scheme is to ensure quality, affordable and accessible healthcare for residents.
Out-of-pocket expenditure for health cannot be overemphasized. Although the rich can contend that, but for the middle income earners and the poor, most often it is a death warrant. This latter observation is what actually prompted executive governor to seek a solution to this challenge of out-of-pocket expenditure.
To deliver on our mandate, we have accredited so far 2 tertiary, 36 public secondary, and 155 private hospitals and faith-based hospitals in the state. And then to ensure that we further take this to the remotest parts of our state, like I have just said, we have adopted all 566 primary healthcare centers spread across all of our 179 communities in Anambra.
The Executive Secretary of the National Health Insurance Scheme, Professor Osman Yusuf, commends the state government for taking the right steps. He draws attention to the success of the National Health Insurance Scheme, especially in children's health.
Since the onset of NHIS, I do not see severe malaria in children and death in children. Why? Because these mothers now, they have access. Whereas previously they would bring these children to the throes of death, now they bring them earlier on in the disease. That is what access gives to our people. And that is what this agency will give to the people of Anambra State.
Then the governor mounts the podium to announce plans made by the government to boost the scheme.
The Anambra State government has paid for policies covering 10,000 people from across the state. The modalities for equitable distribution of this offer are being worked out to ensure that every community is adequately represented amongst the beneficiaries. At the same time, my administration shall pay 10% in counterpart funding for the coverage of all civil servants and their families.
The event ends with the official flag-off of the scheme, with Governor Obiano registering and calling on residents to take full advantage and ownership.